You think your life is decided by situations, how people behave, how much money you have, who left you, who didn't support you. But the truth is completely the opposite. Your life is decided by your vibes, your energy, what you think all day, what you believe about yourself, how you see the world. That is creating your future. Most people try to change the outside world, change jobs, cities, relationships, but the pattern stays the same. Why? Because nothing changed inside. Until you change yourself, your reality won't change. The first lesson of a good vibes, good life is this. Self-love is not a luxury, it is the foundation. If you don't respect yourself, the world won't take you seriously. If you don't see your own worth, opportunities won't stay with you. You attract what you believe inside. If there is insecurity inside, you will seek validation outside. If there is lack inside, there will be comparison outside. If there is doubt inside, there will be fear outside. But if there is trust inside, there will be growth outside. If there is gratitude inside, you will see abundance outside. If there is self-love inside, healthy relationships will come. This is not a motivational dialogue, it is a pattern. Your thoughts create emotions. Emotions create actions. Actions create habits, and habits create life. And it all starts with a belief. Now, a simple question. When you make a mistake, do you support yourself or put yourself down? When you fail, do you motivate yourself or call yourself useless? Your inner voice is writing your destiny. Self-love is not arrogance. It means stop being your own enemy. You spend the most time with yourself. If you are not comfortable with yourself, no relationship can complete you. Good Vibes, Good Life says, fix your inner energy first. Everything else will follow. You are not a victim of your reality. You are the creator. But to become a creator, you must change your vibration. And vibration doesn't change by just thinking positive. It starts with a decision, a true, honest decision that you will not go against yourself anymore. Most people don't love themselves, they tolerate themselves. As long as things are fine, they are fine. But the moment there is a mistake, rejection, or being ignored, they attack themselves. I am not enough. I can't do anything. Everything is against me. Slowly, these thoughts become beliefs. The first step of self-love is to notice your thoughts. What are you telling yourself all day? Is your inner voice your friend or your biggest critic? Because you become what you repeatedly think about yourself. If you keep proving yourself small, your energy will stay small. But if you respect yourself, your presence will change. Self-love means knowing your value without comparison. You are unique. This is not a motivational line, it is reality. There is no one like you in the world, but you measure yourself with someone else's template. Someone earns more, looks better, is more famous, and you quietly feel less. But comparison kills gratitude, and without gratitude, good vibes cannot exist. The second step of self-love is boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to you. Saying yes to everything is not maturity. Sometimes saying no is the highest form of self-respect. If someone drains your energy, creating distance is not selfish. If someone disrespects you again and again, tolerating it is not greatness. Your energy is limited. Where you invest it, your life grows. The third step is forgiveness, especially forgiving yourself. You were not perfect, you are not perfect, and you will never be perfect. But you can grow. Learn from your past mistakes, but don't make them your identity. Your mistakes are part of your story, not your identity. When you forgive yourself, the chain of guilt breaks, and your energy becomes free. Self-love is a daily practice. Every morning, ask yourself, what can I do for myself today? Healthy food, exercise, reading, silence, or just sitting for 10 minutes without your phone. Small actions create a big identity. The more you respect yourself, the more the world will respect you, because the world reflects what you feel inside. If there is scarcity inside, you will see competition outside. If there is love inside, you will see opportunities outside. Good vibes are not magical energy. It is a conscious choice. Choosing every day, I will not feed negativity. Choosing every day, I will not insult myself. Choosing every day, I will put growth above comfort. And slowly, you will notice your language changing, your reactions changing, your relationships changing. Because when you start loving yourself, you stop tolerating what is below your level. That is where your life standard begins to change. Now, the next question arises. If self-love is the foundation, how do you completely come out of fear, negativity, and toxic patterns? This is where real transformation begins. Because self-love is not just something you feel, it is something you protect. You may have noticed when you try to grow, old patterns pull you back. Old friends, old habits, old fears. Why? Because your mind finds the familiar safe, even if it is toxic. Fear tries to protect you, but many times it keeps you small. You don't take risks because of fear. You don't speak because of fear of rejection. You don't start because of fear of failure. But the truth is, the opposite of fear is not courage. The opposite of fear is awareness. The moment you understand that fear is just a thought, its power starts decreasing. You don't have to fight every fear. Just observe it. Why am I afraid? Even if the worst happens, what will happen? Is it really life-threatening or just ego-threatening? Most fears are connected to your ego. What will people think? How will I look? What if I fail? But growth is always uncomfortable. If you are comfortable, you are not growing. Now let's talk about negativity. Negativity comes more from inside than outside. Your thoughts, your interpretations, your assumptions. Two people face the same situation. One breaks, the other becomes stronger. The situation is the same, the meaning is different. You give meaning to every event. If you treat every setback as an insult, you become insecure. If you treat every setback as a lesson, you become powerful. The choice is always yours. Breaking toxic patterns is not easy because patterns are addictive. Overthinking is a pattern. People-pleasing is a pattern. Self-doubt is a pattern. Your mind repeats what it has been doing for years. So, how to change? First step, awareness. Whenever you go into a negative spiral, recognize it. This is an old pattern. Just recognizing it does 50% of the work. Second step, replace. When a negative thought comes, don't believe it blindly. Challenge it. If your mind says you can't do it, ask why. What is the proof? Your mind is not always right. It is trained, and training can be changed. Third step, environment. The environment you live in shapes your identity. If you hear complaints every day, you will complain. If you hear growth every day, you will grow. Energy is contagious, so consciously choose what you consume. Social media, music, conversations. All of this decides your vibration. And the most important, consistency. Staying positive for one day is easy. Staying conscious every day is discipline. Transformation is not dramatic, it is silent. Slowly, you will react less, overthink less, blame yourself less. One day, you will look back. The person who used to break over everything is now stable. The person who used to seek validation is now grounded. The person who was afraid now takes action. Good vibes are not a fake smile. It is emotional maturity. It means you don't ignore negative emotions. You learn to manage them. It's okay to feel sad, angry, confused, but staying stuck permanently is optional. When you become the owner of your emotions, your life direction changes. As your internal stability increases, you naturally start attracting better people, better opportunities, better experiences, because now you operate from wholeness, not neediness, and wholeness is magnetic. This is where the real shift begins, when you stop chasing life and life starts coming towards you. But one big misconception must be broken. Manifestation is not just imagining. Positive affirmations alone are not enough. The universe does not respond to your wishes, it responds to your identity. Who you are inside decides what you attract outside. If you are insecure inside and act confident outside, there will be an energy mismatch, and mismatches always create struggle. So the next step is upgrading your identity. Before asking what you want, ask who you want to become. If you want to be successful, you need successful habits. If you want healthy relationships, you must become emotionally mature. If you want respect, you must respect yourself first. Life does not change results until identity changes. Now let's talk practical. Identity changes. Identity changes through micro-actions. Big goals are inspiring, but daily habits are transforming. If you want to see yourself as disciplined, work with focus for 20 minutes every day. If you want to see yourself as fit, move a little every day. If you want to see yourself as confident, do something uncomfortable every day. Confidence doesn't come from thinking, it comes from proof. Every small action gives your mind proof. I am capable. And as these proofs build, self-belief becomes stronger. But there is another danger: impatience. You try for 5 days and don't see results, so you think nothing is changing. But remember, growth goes through an invisible phase. Like a seed that stays unseen under the ground while its roots are growing, your habits also create invisible change first, then visible results. That's why consistency is greater than intensity. Working 30 minutes daily for 30 days is better than working 3 hours in 1 day. Now about attraction. You attract what you tolerate. If you tolerate disrespect, it will repeat. If you tolerate mediocrity, you will get average results. But the moment you raise your standards, your reality starts adjusting. Raising standards is not ego, it means you will not settle for less than your peace. You don't need to impress everyone, you need to stay aligned. Alignment means your thoughts, words, and actions move in one direction. When there is clarity inside, chaos outside reduces. Now, imagine you wake up every morning without comparison. You work without insecurity. You build relationships without fear. This is not a fantasy. It is the result of self-love plus awareness plus discipline. Good vibes are not an accident. It is a daily choice. Every day choosing, I am not a victim, I am a creator. Every day choosing, I will not complain, I will improve. Every day choosing, I will not doubt myself, I will develop myself. And when these choices repeat, your life slowly moves from average to extraordinary, because greatness is not loud, it is consistent, and consistency becomes destiny. But one more truth: many people want to change their life, but secretly want to stay the same. They want growth, but don't want to leave comfort. They want respect, but don't set boundaries. They want peace, but don't leave overthinking. Transformation does not accept half commitment. You are either changing or making excuses. There is no middle path. Now about relationships. The quality of your life is decided by the quality of your relationships. If you don't love yourself, you will ask for love. If you don't feel complete, you will try to hold someone to feel complete. And neediness always creates pressure. A healthy relationship is when two complete people meet, not two empty people expecting to fill each other. Self-love doesn't make you independent, it makes you secure. A secure person does not control. A secure person trusts, and trust comes where fear is less. Now about success. Why do you want success? For respect, validation, or contribution? If your motive is to prove something to people, no matter how much you achieve, you will feel empty inside. But if your motive is growth and impact, the journey itself will feel fulfilling. Good vibes don't mean you won't face problems. It means problems won't break you. Life will be unfair. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. But your stability will not depend on external situations. Emotional mastery means you choose response over reaction. If someone insults you, you don't explode. If someone ignores you, you don't feel worthless. If someone rejects you, you don't reject yourself. This is power, and it comes from self-awareness. Now, imagine you have goals, but no pressure. You have ambition, but no anxiety. You have relationships, but no dependency. This is a balanced life. And balance doesn't come by accident. It comes through conscious living. The more you know yourself, the clearer it becomes what is right for you: people, work, direction. Clarity reduces noise, and when noise reduces, intuition becomes clear. The answers are already inside you, but outside noise has become so loud that your inner voice has become suppressed. Now the question is not what life is doing to you. The question is what you are going to do with your life. The moment is now, the power is now, the choice is now. And when your choices become conscious, your destiny starts changing. Your life will not change because of one big decision. It will change because of the small decisions you make every day. When you decide today that you will not complain, when you decide today that you will not insult yourself, when you decide today that you will rise above comparison, that is where good vibes begin. Good vibes do not mean fake positivity. It means you take responsibility for your energy. Now imagine if for the next 6 months you take self-love seriously, if you learn to set boundaries, if you consciously choose your thoughts, how different your life could be. Your relationships will change, your confidence will change, your opportunities will change, because before the world changes, you will have changed. But one more truth: nothing changes just by listening. Inspiration is temporary, application is permanent. If you truly want to upgrade your life, you must go deep into this knowledge. This book is not just ideas, it has exercises, practical shifts, and mindset rewiring. The link to the book is in the description, but don't open it just to see. Order it, read it slowly, highlight, apply. Because when you invest, commitment is created. Free advice motivates. Invested knowledge transforms. If you truly want to raise your life standards, this book should not be on your shelf. It should be in your daily routine. Now do one thing. If even one line from this journey touched you, like this video. A like is not just support, it is a signal that you are choosing growth energy. Subscribe to the English audiobook channel, because here you don't just get book summaries, you get mindset shifts. Write in the comments which one habit you are going to change from today. When you commit publicly, the probability of change increases. Remember, you can live as a victim or as a creator. You can live in average energy or in high vibration. The choice is in your hands. Life gives you what you believe you deserve. So decide from today, I deserve peace, respect, growth, and love. Don't just feel good vibes, become good vibes. The rest of the world will adjust.